मुनिगण नृपवर्य संकुलेन्तः सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय एषाम् अर्हणमुपपेद इक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एष आविरात्मा।
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञान अंजन शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। Hare Krishna. Bhisma Stuti, second last shloka. In fact, 10th shloka given in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 9th chapter, and text number 41. In this shloka, Bhishma Dev is remembering the scene at the Rajasuya sacrifice which was performed by Yudhishthira Maharaj after gaining victory in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Now, if we go to the previous shlokas, there Bhishma Dev is meditating upon the scene of the Parth-Sarthi feature of the Lord, where Lord Krishna with chariot wheel in his hand is running towards Bhishma Dev to kill him. And the other scene which Bhishma Dev is remembering at the time when he is lying on his deathbed of arrows is this scene of Rajasuya sacrifice. And Srila Prabhupada writes that in the purport that this Rajasuya sacrifice was performed to declare the supremacy of the ruling king all over the world. And all the ruling princes and the kings, they had to accept the supremacy of the person who was performing this Rajasuya sacrifice. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, at the time when he performed this sacrifice, when all the princes, all the kings, and all the learned sages from all over the world, they were invited, and in that assembly of all the elite great men, there Lord Shri Krishna was also present, and Bhishma Dev says that I was also present. And why Bhishma Dev remembers that scene, that's the first teaching which Bhishma Dev is trying to give us. That Bhishma Dev says that yes, in that assembly of all the elite people, that you in your original form, you were present before me in your actual form. And thus Bhishma Dev is trying to impress upon this point that meditation upon the actual form of the Lord, upon the activities of the Lord, upon the name of the Lord, and upon the fame of the Lord is a much easier process than meditation on the effulgence of the Lord or the impersonal feature of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada writes that in the purport that the process taken by jnanis, yogis, dhyanis is a very troublesome process. And Srila Prabhupada writes that it's actually a waste of time. Because very rarely they will be able to get the result, as also declared by Lord Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita itself in chapter 12 and text number 5. There Lord Shri Krishna says that klesha adhik tarah, klesh, troublesome, adhik, very troublesome, adhik tarah, klesha adhik tarah tesham, for them who are practicing this, the Gyan Yog, Dhyan Yog, for them klesha adhik tarah tesham. Why? Avyakt, asakt, because they are attached to what? Avyakt, your unmanifested feature. Avyakt asat chetasam, because their consciousness is attracted towards the effulgence and not to your actual form. Hence it is a very troublesome process. While Srila Prabhupada writes, on the other hand, the process of bhakti yoga is a very natural and an affectionate process, and because it is a process of direct service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His direct worship, offering directly to Him, dealing directly with Him, serving Him. This is the simple but effective process of devotional service. And very clearly declared by Lord Shri Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita, again in chapter 12 itself. Abhyasa yogena tato, that you have to practice this process. Abhyasa yogena tato mam ipchhaptum dharma. Then you will conquer me by this simple process of devotional service. So this is the very first message which Bhishma Dev is trying to give us. And next, Bhishma Dev is saying in this shloka, ikshaniya. He says, Srila Prabhupada writes, translate this word as ikshaniya, as the object of attraction. Yes, when you were present in that Rajasuya sacrifice, you were the object of attraction of all the person, all the great men who were present in that assembly, all the great sages, all the great kings, and in fact all the demigods who were present there. They accepted you as the greatest personality of all the time. And by this word, one word, Bhishma Dev is trying to, which Srila Prabhupada also writes in his purport, that the concept of anthropomorphism, or the concept where a great man is considered as God after his death, is not applicable in this case, because Krishna was Lord Krishna from the very time of his childhood. A great person cannot be made into a god after his death. Who was Krishna? He was Aishwarasya Samagrasya Veerasya Yashaha Shriya Gyan Vairagya. Full of 6 opulences. Aishwarya Samagrasya Veerasya Yashaha Shriya Gyan Vairagya. He was full in 6 opulences, hence he was Lord, he was God himself from the very time of his existence. It was not that he was later on called into God. And also on the other hand, when Krishna manifested on this earth, on this earthly planet, then his body was not any material body. His body was all spiritual. Hence Lord Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, avajananti mamoda. Lord Shri Krishna says in chapter 9th, avajananti mamoda manushim tanum ashritam. That foolish people consider me as I have taken a birth as a normal human being. Only foolish people consider that. So this concept of anthropomorphism is not applicable in the case of Lord Shri Krishna. Hence, Bhishma Dev is trying to impress upon this point that yes, you were the object of attraction, you were the cynosure of all the eyes, and everyone accepted you as the supreme, as the greatest personality of all the time. Yes, you are my Lord, and you are everyone's Lord. So this is the second point. And Bhishma Dev further says, Arhanam upapeda. Bhishma Dev says that yes, that you received respectful worship. Arhanam upapeda. You received respectful worship of one and all who were present there. You were not just attracting them, but they were also paying you respect, and they were worshipping you because you were the supreme personality of Godhead. And that's why I am remembering this scene, because a devotee is elated when his master is given all respect and honor. He is very elated, although the devotee himself may not be given any importance, or rather, even if he is criticized, a devotee is still elated because his master is given all respect and honor. So this was Bhishma Dev. And in fact, Yudhishthira Maharaj performed this Rajasuya, this royal sacrifice, to exhibit this feature of Lord. And finally, Bhishma Dev says, Aviratma, that yes, Lord Shri Krishna, that you are the soul, or you are the Atma of a devotee. Atma is the most coveted thing for any human being, and a devotee's Atma is Lord Shri Krishna himself. So this very beautifully brought, all these points are very beautifully brought out by Bhismadev through this shloka. And finally, in the next class, we will take up the last shloka, last glorification offered by Bhismadev to Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.